And that ends our coverage on why alligators are actually great cuddlers. And now what's up next is something that's been in the works for well over a week. Join the St. News crew as we interview the new FAA director on why he was chosen for this role by IAA with no talking to the FAA, whilst Deputy Director Skiddles was looked over. Not only this, but he'll also be commenting on nepotism, his future plans, the abolishment of all FAA administration and divisions, hate messages, staff walkouts, and much more. Let's cut to the interview. State your full name and position in the FAA.
My name is Gavin Brooks. I'm the newly found FAA director.
Alright, so since you became director, you've already made many large-scale changes. Do you have any more planned for the future?
Change the role that is named instructor. I'm gonna let them have more flexibility on what they can do and what they can't. We're mainly gonna be focusing on flight instructors and trainings, and if you want to do ATC, then you may do so.
Saint has recently been around the state interviewing people on their thoughts to your new policies. What do you say about the pushback to the dissolving of the administration and divisions?
It's a big change, but it's a change for the better, considering FAA administration was never supposed to be in the FAA. It was a good role, but we're gonna make major changes, and it's coming very soon.
What's your approach to the FAA dealing with aircraft incidents, especially with the removal of SRP from the agency?
When somebody crashes an aircraft or anything like that, we shouldn't be the ones to say you're getting punished. We should just correct them on their flights.
Many people, including members of emergency response units, have raised concern over the impact of your changes on the FAA's efficiency and response to incidents, as well as keeping the sky secure. Is there anything you want to say to reassure people that they will be safe?
Just make sure you're not misusing the aircraft, because FAA, we cannot arrest people. All right, we can make citizen arrest, meaning we can keep them captive until we get LEO down here. Our major changes is not only coming from me, it's also coming from our president legacy. It's been a rough past few months with FAA. FAA's took a downfall. It'll boot itself back up soon.
With the removal of all divisions came a lot of job losses and walkouts from previous administration members. Why do you think this was the case, and do you have a strategy to recuperate your losses?
At least 10 people that have resigned since I became director. It's really more so because they didn't like me. It's not really because of the changes. So we're obviously gonna have the haters out there, but glad that the people that are staying, I'm glad they're staying. I have gotten multiple messages stating negative comments, and I'm not going to state the names, but it's been rough. But I know we can push through this, and I know FAA will be great again.
Many people saw the eradication of the media department and flight demonstration squad as a sense of the FAA cutting off its public relations. What do you say to this?
I know there's going to be major changes to it. Maybe we will get a subdivision that's media or Blue Angels or anything like that. But for now, it's just going to be as it is until I make the document that states what our purpose is and what we do, what will come and what will happen.
Saint recently spoke to the then FAA Deputy Director Skiddles. Is it correct that you were brought into your position by the IAA without his consultation or him being considered for the role? If so, what was your previous position in the FAA?
I was technically still in the FAA, but they didn't really, they kind of took me off the rosters. My previous position was the FAA administration. They really pushed me down. But yes, IAA did choose me for my position. They know what I've done and they know what I can do. Nepotism comes into play. It was kind of hard on Skiddles because he wanted the position, but he immediately left FAA as soon as I become director. So, and he did have a chance. If I left director position, he would have got it. But I understand, Skiddles, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. This wasn't my decision to get in the FAA director position. They put me in it, and I'm happy with it. Obviously, if you come back, we will welcome you with open arms.
What are your new plans going to be towards ATC and aircraft being in RTO?
Previous director, he made it. He tried to make it so you had to be in RTO, which I think that is pretty silly considering LEO aircraft. They need to be in their RTO while they are doing their operation, and I feel like being in RTO 122 every single time you lift off and land an aircraft, I think that's pretty silly in my opinion. Obviously, it makes the RP more realistic considering every aircraft goes through FAA when lifting off, even LEO in real life, but it'll save lots of time.
If planes are no longer required to be in RTO, how do you plan of keeping track of what is in the skies?
My plan of keeping track is using message above, if you guys know what I mean.
Final question, if you can say one thing, what's the new message of the FAA?
My message is just make sure you are watching where you're flying, watching what you do with airplanes, and watching how you fly, because we are watching. Trust me, we do have, the FAA has full permission to take away your, I should say, certification, and we can strip your license. Keep it clear. Make sure you're not misusing planes and all of that, and helicopters. And I appreciate everybody. I really do, and to the people that are thanking me and knowing that I can change FAA for the best. I appreciate you guys.
And that's all for that story. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date. Next up, how many nuclear submarines are targeting your house?